Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and if you didn't hear the news, for the month of December through January, there's going to be a Highlander event to get some Christmas promos, and I figured we might as well do a deck profile for what I would run in Highlander. So without further ado, here's a Highlander deck profile. We are running purple. You can see by the Sparrowmon there that we will have JetMerva in this deck. And I think I'm going to go one by one on the cards, try and go a little bit more quickly than I normally would. So for the first egg, BT15 DemiMeramon. Trash 1 level 5 or higher, draw 2. Just good draw power in purple. Then we're going to have the BT3 DemiMeramon. On deletion, draw 1, trash 1. More draw power. BT6 Sunomon. We are trying to stick as closely to Minerva as we can in this deck profile. It's kind of just purple good stuff. We have Minerva, Merva, Anubis. Lots of the discard draw cards like Lady Devimon and the Goblimon X's. So this is going to net us cards as well with the draw effect. And then EX5 Xiaomon is our last egg. When an effect plays one of your Digimon, you're going to draw a card. We do have quite a few bodies that can play as a Digimon by an effect, so hopefully this will net us some draws. It's kind of the egg you want to see the least, but it will still do something depending on the stack you get. For the rookies, one copy of BT10 Sparrowmon. This is for our JetMerva or to Digicross with our Mervamon. It will give reboot to Merva. Other than that, it's really just a cross hearts target for Merva to play out when you Digicross into it. We're going to have one copy of BT11 Ignitemon. When attacking, it is still a self-sack outlet for Minervamon, and it does gain us a memory when we play Digimon by an effect, so it's going to synergize with a couple of our level 6s and our level 5s. One copy of Goblimon. When you trash a card in your hand, you gain a memory. We do have the discard package like we were talking about, so this is going to gain us a memory pretty frequently if we do see it. One copy of Gazimon. It's going to stop your opponent from gaining memory, except by Tamer effects, so we have rookie slots, so we might as well run the Floodgate. One copy of BT5 Gallantmon. If this card is deleted by an effect, gain a memory. It is a nice way to gain memory if your opponent is going to delete it. Other than that, we do have Alice to sack this if we get the opportunity to. And because we can play Digimon by effects, that opportunity does come up sometimes. So we might as well run it if the package is there. One copy of BT8 Psychmon. Players can't reduce play cost. Another Floodgate because we have the rookie slots. We might as well run it. One copy of EX5 Ukkomon. On play for each of your opponent's Digimon, draw 1, then trash 1. This is a great way to build trash. If your opponent goes wide, you're going to draw lots of cards, find your out, and then put lots of pieces in trash, and then all turns when an effect plays an opponent's Digimon, you will gain a memory. Doesn't come up too much because we are not running the full Leviamon package. We're not going to be forcing the opponent to play Digimon by effects. But it's a great on-play, and we do have the opportunity to play it and activate that on-play with effects. One copy of our EX5 Labramon. We are doubling up on the inheritable that says when an effect plays one of your Digimon, gain a memory. So hopefully we will be able to see that well, there's no consistency. It's Highlander, but we do want to see it. One copy of the EX6 Ukkomon. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3. An opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon attacks by deleting one of your other Digimon and the attack. We do have a partial Lilithmon engine, so we are going to be looking to sack our own bodies and hopefully stop some attacks to let us set up properly and find our pieces. There is a surprising amount of draw power in this deck to help us cycle pieces, get things in trash, and hopefully play out bodies. We do have one copy of the EX7 Sparrowmon. This is another Sparrowmon in name, and because it's Highlander, the chances of this mattering in your stack with the JetMerva can actually come up, and the Retaliate Inheritable is not bad. One copy of the EX7 Sukai. The on-play is dubious at best. It does still put a piece in the trash for you, and it can grab you Lilith, but for the most part, I think you're just going to wind up putting something in trash and then bottom decking 2 cards, but being able to put a level 4 in trash might not be the worst. More importantly, though, the Inheritable will let you delete one of your Digimon to stop an opponent's attack, which is what we care about. Because this is Highlander, we are running one BT16 Ukkomon. This is a consistency piece. It's going to help us find our Tamers and our Digimon and effectively just look at our top 3 and say what piece do we want and get a little bit of aggro in with it. And then it is restricted to 1, but the promo Ukkomon, just aggro piece, gains your memory. There's not really a reason not to run it. We are running a little bit heavier on rookies than I normally do. I believe we have 13. So having 2 Ukkomons doesn't hurt us that badly. You are probably going to see another rookie to promote this and then get your stack built in the back. It's basically just a free chip damage and 1 free memory. For our level 4s, we have the Damemon blocker, Retaliate body. This is something great to just play out with the Mervamon. Otherwise, it is a blocker on our stack, which is not bad whatsoever. One copy of Raremon. its draw power in purple. I own a copy, so, I might as well use it. On play, when Digivolving, trash a card to draw 2. Can't really complain. I don't think it gets too much better than that. You're mostly looking to play this for 4, though, and pass your opponent the turn while you're cycling pieces. 1 copy of BT14 Ogremon. When an effect trashes a card in your hand, gain a memory, and Heritable does the same thing. Great opportunity to gain memory with the Lilithmon engine and with the Anubismon, and all the pieces that we generically like to see in purple. This is going to give you some gas and kind of help you keep chugging in this deck. We are running 1 copy of EX2 Dobermon. If you have an Alice in play, you can play this for 3. We do run the Alice, so we might as well run the Dober. We have the Dober X as well, so it's just kind of some synergy pieces there. But on deletion, you get to trash the top 3, then return a purple Digimon or Tamer card from trash to hand. This does technically find you a piece and recur a piece, so it's just a great piece in a Highlander format where you're trying to scrap for whatever little pieces of consistency you can get in the deck. 1 copy of Dober X, like we said. On play, something gets Retaliate, and when Digivolving, you get to draw 1, trash 1, and then if you have Dobermon, you're going to activate the on play. The Inheritable will also gain us a memory when an effect plays one of our Digimon, so again, we're in line with that consistency for gaining a memory when we play by effects. We have 1 copy of the EX6 Witchmon on play, and when Digivolving, by trashing a card in your hand until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon gains end of attack, delete this Digimon. This is going to synergize with the BT6 Sunomon Egg. It's going to let us draw pieces. This is a defensive piece. It's going to stop your opponent from getting early damage in unless they want to sacrifice their stack. And the Inheritable is going to let us sack one of our pieces in order to stop an opponent's attack. Then we're going to have the EX7 Black Gallantmon. It has the same Inheritable, but by trashing a card, you're going to gain blocker retail. It's in line with what our deck does already, so there's no reason not to run this. 1 copy of the Black Goddo Uber. It does come up from security sometimes. It can get rid of opponents' key pieces in trash sometimes if people are still playing trash decks. And then it does, at the end of the day, just draw you a card, so we might as well take the free body if we can. 1 copy of MadLeomon because it does synergize with Minervamon. The end of attack trigger is going to let us sack the Digimon in order to play a level 4 or lower Digimon card from our trash. It is just helping us go wide, and because we have so many unique level 4 slots, we might as well run the card. And then our 1 copy of the promo Saberdramon with Raid Retaliate. Great piece to play out with Mervamon. Don't really want to see it in our stack, but if we do, the on deletion will return us a red or purple Digimon from trash to hand. For our level 5s, we have the Myotismon Ace. It has blocker, and when you blast Digivolve, you get to play a level 3 purple Digimon or purple Tamer from our trash without paying the cost. This makes us feel a little bit less bad about some of these mill effects. It can find us a level 3 to build another stack with. It can stop small bodies from swinging, and it can set up some of our Tamers, like we do have Mats and Alice in this deck. 1 copy of the BT3 Lady Devi. When Digivolving, draw 2, then trash 2. Helps us cycle our pieces and does actually trigger some of our memory gain inheritables. The inheritable says when you use an option, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. That does come up sometimes too because we do have the self-sack shenanigans with Minervamon. We are going to run 1 copy of the EX1 Lady Devi that says when Digivolving, mill 3, just puts more pieces in the trash. And the inheritable is actually really good here. When you play Digimon from your trash, gain a memory. Sometimes that comes up with the Lady Devimon X inheritable that lets you play a level 4 when one of your Digimon is deleted. But that inheritable is actually on the opponent's turn, so maybe this won't come up too much. I guess it'll... no, it's not going to come up that much at all. It'll come up with the Anubismon. 1 copy of EX6 Bastamon. Scapegoat, and then when Digivolving, play a level 3 purple Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. And then opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you get to play a level 4 purple body. Lady Devimon X, on play when Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon gets end of attack, delete this Digimon, then you get your token with blocker Retaliate. The inheritable is the same as Bastamon. We do actually have a lot of Lady Devimon bodies. We have the 2 regular ones, and we're running 1 of each X-antibody. So we have 4 valid targets here that can make this effect live for the token. If not, it's not the worst. We do still get that inheritable that is the same as Bastamon, which is not bad at all. Then we are going 1 copy of the promo Ogremon. On play, when Digivolving, you pop one of your Digimon to delete 2 of your opponent's Digimon with 5k DP or less. Because this is Highlander format, it is really important to grab whatever self-sack outlets we have, whatever sacrifice pieces. And this is a great one. It trims down the board and does let us delete Minerva if we have to. And on deletion, it's going to net us a purple or red level 3 from trash without paying the cost, and the inheritable will do the same thing. Then we're going to go 1 copy of Chimeramon. This is actually kind of fun here because you can just evo this on top of a level 4 to tuck a MadLeomon from trash underneath or whatever other level 5 or lower inheritable you're looking to grab and then set it up in your stack. You can actually grab a Sparrowmon from trash to make this a valid target for your JetMerva. All kinds of fun stuff you can do with this. So it's not just for the DNA plays, although it is really good for the DNA plays. It does help with stack fixing a little bit in this deck. For our level 6s, we do have Minervamon herself, Retaliate, and then when it dies, you get to play your Merva if your opponent has 2 or fewer Digimon, or you can play a level 5 purple Digimon. And then opponent's turn, if they play a Digimon, you can play a level 4, but you don't get the on play. Then we're going to have our 1 copy of Merva because we have to. On play and when Digivolving, you play a purple level 4 or lower Digimon, or a level 4 or lower with Cross Hearts, and then if you're Digicrossing, you add 1 to the number of cards you play. So you get to play 2 bodies with this. And then everything with Cross Hearts and Retaliate gets Rush and Blocker. So this is our main combo piece. We really want to see it. We might not, but that's okay. 1 copy of Anubismon. Easily the probably best purple Digimon you could run in Highlander. When Digivolving and on main, you can trash up to 3 cards in your hand, then play a purple Digimon from trash with the play cost reduced by 3. If you trash cards, you get to reduce the cost by 1 more for every card you trash. So you can reduce something by 6. Lots of great targets for this. Mostly Merva, Lady Devimon X is good, Ogremon if you need to trim the board. And then when you play a Digimon, you delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower. If it doesn't delete, you draw 1. So very, very powerful card and does help us actually cycle our pieces to get to the hopeful Merva combo. 1 copy of the EX6 Lilithmon. If you haven't seen this card, on play and when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon gains end of your turn. Delete this Digimon, and then all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by battle, you can delete one of your delete 1 level 5 or lower Digimon to prevent it from leaving. That does not have to be your Digimon. You can delete your opponent's level 5 or lower to stop it from leaving. And then opponent's turn, when another Digimon is deleted, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So if your opponent swings or does something that would pop this, you pop one of their level 5 or lowers, and then they have to trash a security as long as it's their turn. We are running 1 Lilith X. This is a new EX7 card. Digivolves on top of Lilithmon for 1, otherwise it costs 4 on a level 5. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than in battle. If you have Lilithmon or X-antibody in its sources, you can delete 1 other Digimon so that it doesn't leave. So basically you have to kill this in battle, otherwise it is going to pop a body on its way out. And you're going to have to kill it twice, which is really, really obnoxious. And for some decks, that's really hard to do. Sometimes you Digivolve and you would have your removal effect, and then you would pass turn. But this is going to say no to that and actually make you probably just lose your stack. All turns when another Digimon is deleted, if it is your turn, you can play a level 4 or lower purple Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. Synergizes a lot with our memory gain inheritables. And then if it's your opponent's turn, you trash the top card of their security. No one's going to complain about any security burn. It's a really great effect. We do have our 1 copy of JetMerva because, again, like I said, this does actually do really well into this bottom decking meta and this bouncing stuff. So it has Armor Purge, and then on play when Digivolving, you place a card with a Cross Heart trait from your hand under one of your under one of your Tamers as the bottom source of this Digimon. And then if it has Sparrowmon, all of your Digimon gain until the end of your opponent's turn. All your Digimon gain blocker and can't be returned to hands or deck. So as long as you can tuck. Well, you don't even have to tuck the Sparrowmon, just as long as Sparrowmon is in your stack. So if you have the EX7 Sparrowmon as your rookie in the stack this goes on top of, or if you slide the Sparrowmon in from your hand, this is going to give everything blocker and bounce protection, which is really nice. And then you can target it for one of your self-deletion effects to get rid of this, and then go into another level 6 if you need to. And all turns once per turn when one of your other Digimon is deleted, you get to unsuspend. So it is a really, really potent blocker. It can actually help you get, I think, 3 blocks down as long as you have 1 other body on the board. For our last level 6, we have the BT13 Gallantmon. When you would play this card from the hand, if you have no Digimon, reduce the play cost by 2 for every 5 total cards in both players' trashes. We are trashing a lot in this deck, so this is still a great way to sneak in the win. It has Rush, and then on play when Digivolving and when attacking, you delete 1 Digimon with 6k or less. If no Digimon's deleted, you delete a 13 or more. So a good removal piece, but we're kind of trying to just eke out the game with it if we can. Moving on to our options, Hell's Gate deletes a level 6 or higher Digimon, again with all the Blastaces floating around. This is a really efficient card. It can wind up costing you 2 or 1 memory, depending on if they have a 6 or a 7 in play. 1 Glaive memory boost. This is Calling from the Darkness, debatably worse. It costs 3 to return a purple Digimon card from trash to hand, then this goes to battle area, and then the delay will gain you 2 memory. So if you really need a piece back, plop this down, grab your piece. Next turn you have 2 more memory to work with, and you get that piece back. 1 copy of Calling from the Darkness. We want this to grab back pieces like Anubismon or our memory gain inheritables that are really, really crucial for this deck. And then we're going to go 1 copy of Pandemonium Flame. Self-sack outlet for Minervamon. You delete one of your Digimon to delete an opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. Great removal piece, actually, for a lot of our level 6s as well. More memory boosts. We have a Mist memory boost. You're going to trash 2, draw 1, and then gain 2 memory. Purple memory boost, reveal top 4, get a purple Digimon. And the Wisdom Training to round out our search package. We actually wind up having 4 memory boosts and a Wisdom Training. So we do have lots of ways to get memory to actually play the game. Then we have our two X-antibodies. We have the regular copy and the protoform. Both are serviceable in this deck. You definitely want to see the protoform more because it recurs your pieces. That's a really important thing here, which adds consistency in a Highlander format, which is good. You want consistency in Highlander. That's how you perform well. For our tamers, one copy of the EX7 Shoto. We have the room, we might as well run it. It gives things blocker and gives you memory. Great to enable your plays with the memory, and then great for helping us get rid of Minervamon by giving it blocker or putting a body in the way of our opponents doing anything. One copy of the BT2 mat. This also grabs you a piece back. On play, it's going to grab you a Digimon or a purple option, and it's a memory setter. You can also run the other mat that gets you memory when you trash a card, but I actually really liked that this gives you consistency in a Highlander format where that kind of matters. We're going to go the one copy of Alice because, like I said, we do have a lot of ways to play out Digimon. This will let you delete one of your Digimon so that when you evo from 5 to 6, you can reduce the cost by 3. Again, we're adding consistency, we're adding speed, and we're trying to make sure that our Highlander deck functions as efficiently as it can so that we can win and get those Christmas promos. Lastly, our copy of Analog Youth. Reveal top 3, grab a Digimon, the rest goes trash. If a level 5 or higher with sources dies, you get to suspend this, hatch an egg, and gain a memory. So, I hope I didn't go too fast, but there's a lot of cards to cover. That is our Minervamon Highlander format deck profile. Let me know what you guys are planning to do for the Highlander event, if you're even going to participate, if your local game store is skipping on it, and what you're thinking about running for Highlander. I know some people already play Highlander. I haven't really dipped my toes too much into it, but I figured if there's an official event with prize support, I might as well throw a deck out there for people to try, my Minervamon thing. Here you go. So let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our YouTube members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlog that make videos like this possible.